Morning Discord, morning YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's see what we got. We'll just go from pre-market on. So pre-market, we had a little consolidation between the 5 at 660 and 663.86. Let's see what we got. All right, we're gonna let early candles play, and then we're gonna wait for our setup. Just give me a second. Let me set everything up properly. All right, Discord, we're in this magenta on the 5-minute until we're not. All right, let's see if we come back and retest 63.86 for a push up. Actually, we're just now passing it, so we gotta let this cycle play out. We're gonna wait for our entry on a weak bear cycle. On the let's look at the higher time frames. On the 1-minute, we're just starting our bull cycle. On the 5-minute, we're above the water, maybe having a weak bear cycle. And on the 30-minute, we're in the bull cycle, above the water. Now we opened up above the 5, so the liquidity grab happened in pre-market. All right, we're gonna let this first movement play out. Nothing for us to do right now. We're gonna wait for a setup, so we're gonna wait for maybe 1 or 2 movements, and then cycles, and then it'll get easier after that. This is on the 5-minute chart for Discord, so if you're on YouTube, you don't have access to the 5-minute chart, you gotta join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. If you're on YouTube, you don't have access to the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart's where we do all our trading. There it is, liftoff. Okay. There is liftoff. Let's see how far they get. Let's see what the possibilities are. $65.83. Let's see if $65.83 is the next stop. Let's see what they do here. I'm interested to know what they do right here. Or 65.81, somewhere up here. Okay, so we're gonna see if this is our liquidity box here, or if we're gonna grab liquidity from here. So all right, let's see if we make a lick box right here. Right here. So let's see if we get our strong green move, 2 red candles, and then some more green to push it up. Let's just wait. We gotta let a couple cycles go by. It's I think the price action's doing pretty good this morning, so it should be relatively soon to where we start making our algos. So just give it a second. I like the price action today. All right, let's see how we react to this magenta here. Might be a lot of liquidity built up on this magenta, so we're gonna test it. We're gonna test to see what happens on the break of this magenta, if this is gonna be our put scenario. Ignore this blue for right now. Just ignore it. We need more time. We need more data. I like the price action. I like the price action. I like the patterns that I'm seeing. So we just need to be patient and allow it to play out. It'll be easy in a very short time. It'll be very easy. Just be patient. So I want to test today. We're going to test to see if it's going to be building blue and then break magenta. If you're looking to scalp, it's going to be the break of purple for scalps. Now remember, we're testing to see magenta, so we gotta let a test go by. The best practice is to let a test go by, especially so early, right? We're still within our 15-minute window, so let's just be a little bit patient. You see the bounce right off here? Let's look for the dance. We want to look for a little dance before they head out, right? If they do, we want to look for a little dance somewhere before they head out. What is the dance? A dance can look like a little down, up, down, up. A little jiggle right here. On a smaller scale, let's see. Let's see if we get one of these. All right, we're above the water, so we want to look for either a weak bear cycle for continuation up above 63.86. If it doesn't happen, then there's no setup. Okay, protect your trade. Okay, protect your trade. Protect your trade on a break in magenta. They didn't give us a lot on that break. They did not give us a lot. They literally did exactly just whatever the, so watch, look at the flexion, look at the, it was just exactly the path. So we're gonna see how much we're gonna get out of it. Let's see. Let's see what happens on green. Your safety puts are going to be break, retest, reject under the 5. So if this is your 5, our safety puts are going to look like that. On this play right here, I had a late fill and I protected it immediately and it stopped me out, so. All right, let's see if we reject underneath 63.86. We're still below the water. So let's see if we get a weak bull cycle here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. I just gotta focus. Give me a second. We have to wait till this lick box clears. This one right here. We gotta wait till it clears out. So whether it's to the upside or to the downside. Your safety calls are going to be above the lick box, somewhere up here. All right, let's see if they try to build strength this way. If they get us a little micro. Then we're gonna see if we can do this. Okay, we're stuck between two algos. Here's the situation. We're either, here's the scenario. It's either going to be, which we'll find out in a little bit. It's either going to be build in purple and break blue, or build in blue and break magenta. We got to figure it out. Hold on, give it a second. It'll happen. Give it a second. It'll tell us. In a little bit of time, I'll tell you, it's about to get way easier. Just give it some time. Okay, you gotta protect your trade on this now. Okay, so the break in magenta was short-lived. It was a liquidity grab, but the break of this green, it gave us the money we needed. So protect your trade. Now we're gonna see if we're gonna close the cup and then form a handle. All right, if we're looking for an entry, let's see if we close the cup and then form the handle. Okay, if you took the pink ranger, so when it retested and rejected pink ranger, you got to protect your pink ranger trade, right? So can someone explain to the new member how pink rangers work? Now, if we get above the green ranger, you may have to wait for a BRR, right? A break, retest, reject. So we'll see. If you're worried about a stop hunt, then wait for the break, retest, and reject. All right, so look, if we get back down to here, we're gonna start looking for maybe some puts, but we can't overstay our welcome though. So now we have our marching orders, right? If we get above this green, we want to wait for a break and retest, or if we get below 663.86, we want to look for a dance. What's the dance look like? Something like this, something like a break and retest. So now we know what we're looking for. If none of that happens, then that's fine. You know why? Because otherwise you're stuck in this range right here. So if you do decide to take a put underneath, let's say if this plays out, or a call above here, especially on the puts, you can't overstay your welcome because you're still inside the range, right? So take your profit and get out. When we start to get underneath the 5, then you might want to let it run a little bit. But until we get to the 5, you got to take your profits. You got to scout. So look, one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to reject somewhere inside this liquidity box for the push up, or, excuse me, it's going to break, retest, and reject this green, or we're going to get a rejection underneath 663.86. If I'm being honest, I think I want to ditch magenta, but I can't just yet. So I'm going to be a little bit patient right now. There's another algo here. It's, give me a second. I'll find it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. I'm gonna be late. I already know I'm gonna be late. Okay. We're just gonna take it nice and easy. I'm not gonna try to force anything. It's showing. I just gotta give it a second. Everything's about to get way easier. Just give it a moment. We're still early in the day. Calm down. Calm your horses. We're fine. If you didn't take any trades, you did the right thing. Wait a second. It's starting. It's happening now. I don't like this magenta, but it's kind of working, so we're gonna leave it. I think the secondary liquidity caught us, but secondary liquidity usually doesn't catch us twice. So if we want some safety, let's look for this bottom one here. I'm only gonna put it at 2 because it's still in front of the 5 or before the 5. So as of now, we're gonna have to use break a green. There's another one. It just hasn't shown itself yet. It's starting to. I know they're starting to do it. It just hasn't. It's not obvious to me yet. So in a second it will be. And then it's gonna be, because right now, I mean technically it's break a green because that's what we have now, but I know that there's another, like a confirmation. I know there's a confirmation one that they're forming. It's not here yet, but it should be something like that. It's not here yet, but it should be something like maybe like building green and break orange. I mean, right now it's green because that's all we have, but I know they're forming another one. I'll find it, don't worry. Just be patient, it's about to happen. The thing that we always do whenever I say, watch, it's about to get a lot easier, it's about to get just watch, hold on, give me a second. Give me a second, it's almost gonna happen. I guess we'll test this orange here. We'll test this orange and see if it's going to be building green and break orange. They all know what you're waiting for, so don't overstay your welcome. They're all waiting for the same thing. So just be patient here. Don't overstay your welcome. Let's see what happens on the break of this green. Remember, a break, retest, and reject would be the best. Now, if it shoots off without you, nothing I can do about that. But don't front run it. Let it happen. So before anything happens, I want us to take a little bit of time right now to look at this candle right here, this wick at the what time? At the 1016 candle. We see if this means anything. We're gonna see if this means anything, right? You see this candle, this wick? We're gonna see if it means anything. I think I might like this orange. Yeah, so I think we might want to look for a building green and then break of orange. So let's see if that's the thing. Building green and then break of orange. That's what we're testing right now. So we're about to find out, or we're not. And then we want to see if it's going to be building purple and break blue or building purple and break magenta. We're still stuck between those. Okay, so now we're just gonna be patient. We're gonna let whatever's gonna happen. We just gotta let it happen. We just gotta let it happen. Now look at all this liquidity built up in blue, right? So blue might be a clue here, right? Let's see if we get like a break of this liquidity in blue and a break of maybe a key level. Or a break of blue and a break of magenta. That'll be some confluence. So until that happens, right? Otherwise, we're still just trending up. So once we get underneath 62, we're not going to be in the uptrend anymore. Okay? So in between here, in between this lick box that I drew, that's where the liquidity is. So let's see if we get a weak bear cycle. That's going to push us up above the green. Or at least, you know, maybe break orange. But on the break of orange, you got to measure risk to reward from orange to green, right? So for safety, wait for a break, retest, and reject of green. And I'm going to set an alert. And I'm not going to sit here and try to just watch this and make my brain rot. So first I want an alert on this blue, because this blue is going to tell me a lot. And then I want an alert on this white, because this white's going to tell me a lot. And then I want an alert on this magenta. See, I need data. I need data. I know once I get somewhere down here, I'm looking for the other way, right? I know once I get somewhere up here, I know we're looking for calls. So we identified our little range, and now we're just gonna let it play out. I'll be right back, don't overtrade. It's gonna get easy from here. All right, look. So the price is reaching this green. We know there's a lot of liquidity at the green. Now the market needs to figure out who won. It's not even who won, it's just who had more orders. Were there more call orders? Because if there were more call orders than put orders, then that means the market needs to look at a higher price to fill those orders. Now, if there's more put orders than call orders, then we need to look at a lower price to fill those orders. So we don't have to guess which way the market's going to go. They will tell us. We've identified our liquidity. So now that we have our liquidity, we want to see if we're going to break, retest, and reject the liquidity. Look, it's a little here. Let me redraw it so you can see it clear. Now that we got all this information. Look, we're in this box. So as long as we're in this box, that's just what it is. We either need to break, retest, and reject this box, or we need to break, retest, reject the bottom. These are your safety plays. If you're in here and you're scalping, then you got to be quick on it, okay? That's the answer. Let me clean up the chart. Now remember, this blue is building up a lot of liquidity in here. So, okay, look. Here, I'm gonna mute, what do you call it? YouTube for a second. Okay, I'm back. Watch, it's gonna get way easier from here. Now, I should adjust orange because I know it looks not perfect, but I believe it is where it should be. So I'm gonna leave it. I believe it is where it should be. I know it doesn't look perfect, but that's all we got. See, when they coil it up like this, it makes you think there's going to be an explosive move when it does break. So who knows? We'll see. Also, a liquidity grab is a thing, right? Because the market sentiment is actually down. There's actually downward market sentiment. So, but we don't want to have bias. We don't want to try to guess, and we don't want to use other random retail traders to try to take our trading advice from. So we're gonna let the data tell us, right? If we break this green, we know there's liquidity on the green. We know it. Look how many touches. So when it's touching, these are billions of dollars, right, of orders right here. Each touch. So the market now has to figure out who had more calls, who had more puts. So we're just gonna wait to see who had more. We'll know once we break above green. We know green has to be some type of line in the sand, so to speak, because all the liquidity that's built up right here. So either they're grabbing liquidity from here. That's why we want to wait for a break and retest. It's not just because our orange line broke or whatever it is. We need to measure risk to reward. Just because it broke, look at your resistance right here. So look, we're in between blue and orange. We know there's a lot of liquidity in blue and a lot in orange. Let them figure it out. We'll know. We're gonna know who's gonna win. You don't have to try to guess, is what I'm saying. You don't need to guess. And you don't need to sit here and rack your brain and just set alerts. My alert still hasn't even gone off yet. Which means I might be a little bit above. My green line might be a penny too high. It might be 1 penny too high because it didn't alert. It didn't set me. It didn't set off yet. I might be 1 penny too high on this green ranger. Like literally a penny or 2. You see all the liquidity building up right here. I don't even need to say anything. You see it for yourself. Look at all these touches. This is millions and billions of dollars right here at this level. So eventually one of them's gonna break, and then the orders are gonna have to be filled, because there's pretty much like an auction, right? And they're saying and eventually someone's gonna be like, too rich for my blood. I'm not buying it at that price. And then the others win, and then we jump on. So don't sit here and rack your brain trying to guess which way the stock market's going. That's a fool's errand. Don't do it. Not worth it. So just be patient. It'll tell you. They'll tell you. And if not, then guess what? That just means you got stuck in here. You got stuck between green and white. Okay, now it triggered my alert. Now we're going to assess the situation. Okay, so nothing's changed. I want to see a break, either a strong momentum candle, or a break, retest, and reject. That's the answer. Nothing's changed. So the alert just let me know we moved in that direction. Maybe there's momentum there. Now I need to figure out if I like this momentum. We're gonna figure it out right now. Hold on. Again, the reason why we want to wait for a break and retest is so we can protect against a stop hunt. What we want to do is make sure that they're not pushing the price just to stop everybody out and then continue down. So your best bet to protect against it is going to be a break, retest, and reject. Now, ideally, we like to see that happen inside of a movement. What's a movement? This is a movement within your algo. So one of two things is going to happen. The price is going to break green and shoot off without you, and you missed it, and you just miss it, or it's going to break, retest, and reject. Now, this one candle right here, because it broke, and then you see the wick, that might have even been the retest. So it broke up, the wick on the candle is the retest, and maybe this is the reject. We don't know. Ideally, we like to see it within the movement, but if you took break of green, you have to protect your trade. Right? So even if it does go against you now, you stop out for at least break even. You should be, you should be able to cover your fees, but this is where you need to work on your exit strategy, okay? So whichever one you're gonna use, you need to work on it. And if you want to paper trade it to work on it, then paper trade it. You need to get a chance to see how the market breathes. So you don't let the one candle scare you out, or you learn not to overstay your welcome, or you're learning to stick to your rules. Just stick to your rules. Don't worry about your entries. We got the entries covered. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to win every single one, but if you stick to your rules, we have a winning rate. You're going to be fine. Now let it play out. If you're waiting for the retest and reject, just wait for it. Because look, we're still in blue. We're still in this blue. I'm going to clean up the chart just a bit. As far as this cup and handle here, there's absolutely no way I could have done this any better. At the time, there's just no way. So if you took this, you can't overstay your welcome now, right? If you took this, now you're waiting for continuation. What's continuation? Continuation is going to be the break, retest, and reject. Same thing we've been going over. Protect your trade. Now work on your exit. Protect your trade. Trade protected, right? Now from here, it's up to you how much money you want to make. It's up to you. The world is your oyster from here, right? You can't lose. You're welcome. I told you it was going to get a lot easier. I just told you it was going to happen. Look, on the break of our orange. Or if you wanted, wait for the break of green. There's nothing more I can do. This is a winner. Collect your money, stop yourself, whatever you're gonna do, this is a winner. And you'll see in time, even this little tiny movement with enough contracts, it's gonna change your life. It just takes time. You can't rush it. Do your little single contracts from now so you can build up to that point. It's not gonna happen overnight. You have to build up to that point. So at the end of the day, when you're like, oh man, I could have done better, you gotta stop that. You have to stop that. I could have done better. And then also, you know what I noticed? We're starting to have this like negative feeling even when we win. So what I'm noticing is people will take a win and then they're still feeling like, I could have done better, I should have done better, I could have done this. And I'm telling you, obviously every trader in the world is gonna have that same frame of thought, but it's not helpful. It is only going to harm you. You cannot have the idea that I made money and I'm still upset to the point where you're, you know, it's gonna ruin your psychology is what I'm trying to say. It's gonna ruin your psychology. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money. I mean, I told you it was gonna get easier. It's gonna get easier. I told you it was gonna happen. Now I wasn't 100% on this orange, but I knew. I was like, look, I told you what was gonna happen. I said either we're building up in blue for the break of this blue or the break of this orange. Look at the money we just printed. Look at the 5-minute chart. I don't even need to say anything. Look at the 5-minute chart. Look at the 5-minute chart. Look at the flexion, how the price went exactly to this flexion point. I was off a little bit, but keep in mind, I'm freehanding this. I'm freehanding this. Look at the money we printed. I got you. I got you. This is what I do. This is my job. You do your job, I'm gonna do my job, right? We show up to work every day. Look at the money we just printed. Very easy. Even if you took a little loss over here, let's say on this break in magenta, I mean, it would have been hard to take a loss, but let's say you did take a loss, so you let it go against you. Look at the money now. Look at the money. It's very hard to be wrong twice in a row. Very hard. I say it every day. Right? Look at the money we printed today. We just had to be patient. We do it every day. We got to stop being surprised. Right? Because people are going to think like, oh man, they're new to this. No. We're not new to this. February 3rd. Go back and check my record. Check my record. And if that's not enough data for you and you think, oh, you're still new, fine. Then it's not for you. Winning isn't for you then. Now, I'm not saying we're doing stupid numbers like some unrealistic numbers. However, I think we do. Here's my thing. I like to risk very little. I don't like to risk a lot. I'm not a risky, look at the money. I'm not a risky guy. So I like safety. I like safety. This is why I put for my members, green, right? This is a green Ranger. We know what this means. And if that wasn't good enough for you, look at this. Early this morning, I put a pink Ranger. Look at the pink Ranger. The price of the pink Ranger to buy calls was at 663.88. Look at the price right now. 666. Oh, let me not say that again. But 66 blank. Look at the money from pink Ranger. Look at the money from, or you could have just done the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart, winner. Or you could have done, we had this path drawn and we had the break of orange and we also had the break of green. There's nothing more I can do, right? I've done my job. And it doesn't mean we got to get it right every time. And it doesn't mean we panic just because we get stopped out. As long as you put your stops the way I train you to, you will be fine. It is very hard to lose at the end of the day. I'm not saying it's impossible. Sometimes we can over leverage, and I know the price can move faster than you're able to adjust, right? Sometimes the price just shoots and nothing you can do about that, and you know, those days are gonna happen. However, that doesn't change the fact that I put together a plan for consistent winning, for consistent profit, so you can make this a job. That you know, and depending on your risk tolerance, look at the oh my goodness, look at the money we just printed. Look at the money. Look at this money. Wait, what happened to 3K? 3K, send me a text. I want to know, or send me a DM. 3K, I want to know what happened. I've send me a text. 3K. Well, just send me a DM. Stop being stubborn. I want to know what happened. Okay, for Mr. Alvaro, welcome to the family, my friend. Look at the money, Mr. Alvaro. Look at the money. Look at the money. So look, you're telling me. Here, I'm just going to tell the internet right now. The contribution monthly, which this is going to change. I'll go over that in a little bit. The contribution monthly is only $100. Members make that $100 in 10 minutes, right? In 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, members make the $100. Look at that. Look, you know how many hundreds of dollars this is right here? Oh my God. So yeah, it's $100 contribution monthly. Monthly. And let me tell you something. The education, it's priceless. Look at the money we printed safely. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. You don't have to believe me. There's other members in the Discord. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just a voice on the internet, and I could be making all of this up. The only way you're gonna know is if you send an email. Take that little bit of time, invest in yourself. It's not like I didn't say on the break of orange and on the break of this green, on the break and retest. It's not like I didn't say that. Oh man. But here's the thing. You're trying to trade off YouTube because you're trying to nickel and dime your way, and it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Only the ones who invest in themselves. I would like to point out, I know she's been very quiet, but DJ 0430 has been putting in crazy work. DJ 0430 has been putting in, I mean, she's been doing very well. She's been doing very well. Actually, everyone's been doing pretty good, but for some reason, DJ just out the gate, just she didn't turn around. She didn't turn around. Yeah, DJ is something special. I'm almost like, who do you work for, DJ? How? DJ sent me a DM one day and I was mind blown. It's like, because I knew, like, I've done the math, I've done all the work, I know how this system works. But I'll just tell you, if you join, be friendly with DJ. She it might be that beginner's luck though, man, because I'm telling you, it just seems so. She's doing very well. That's what I will say. And congratulations, DJ. You put in the work, and I'm honored that you trusted me like that. So don't overstay your welcome here, right? We see. Where are we? All right, start to adjust your stops. Start to adjust your stops. Don't get greedy here. Do not get greedy here. Start to adjust your stops. Tighten up your stops. I'm not saying stop yourself out, right? Because we're high above the water. If you're gangster and you want to survive a weak bear cycle, that's on you. But don't allow it to go into your profit, right? Do not allow it to go into profit, or to take your profit away. Give it a reasonable stop. Figure out the liquidity. Maybe somewhere. Maybe if you want to stop underneath this wick, or maybe underneath this a little bit underneath this red wick. That may be fine. If you can't don't overstay your. Look at the money that's being printed. Look at the money. There you go, DJ. Thank you. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate it. All right, 3K. Don't listen. You didn't send. Oh, you did send me. Let me go read it. I gotta go read the tea. Is that what they say? Okay. Got it. Heart palpitation. Oh, she said it palpitated. All right, 3K. Okay, back to the action. We're just still printing. We are just still printing, and it's crazy because there's gonna be people on YouTube that refuse to send an email. They refuse. I don't know, maybe it looks fake, or maybe it seems, maybe they think it costs a lot of money to do this or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure, but you know, I know people are watching, and it's like, I'm assuming you're watching because you're trying to make financial strides in your life, but then they don't want to send a free email. So I just don't get it. But you know, hopefully it works out for you guys. I'm here to try to help you, so I'm here. Don't use my brain. It's old and beat up, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, look, so if we stall out here, this green is gonna end up working out to be our put scenario as well, okay? So this is now formed the put, and it has to only be a put on a break and retest. Excuse me, hold on. Let me do some work really quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I got stopped out on this candle here, but I stopped out, I put my stop underneath this red wick, so I got stopped out. So if it continues on, nothing I can do. This was a great trade. I took it on this wick right here. So I don't know if anyone remembers, but a long time ago, hold on, let me see the Discord. All right, Discord, pay attention. All right, good job, DJ. Have a good day today. Listen, I don't know if anyone paid attention, but on this candle right here, this 1030 candle, I told everyone, look at this wick. Tell me if this wick means something to you. You got to rewind the tape, right? At 10:30, exactly on this candle, I said, look at this wick. Tell me what this wick means. Now, if that didn't jog anything for you, look at it. Now it's going to continue. This one candle stopped me. It's okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this because it's hard to trade and chart and teach and do all this, so I can't monitor my trades. But anyways, look, so the reason why this is significant is because I have a lesson on candles, on how to read the candles. So this is why I'm trying to highlight certain things. I was like, look at this candle right here, 1030. This is a telling candle, right? Because we had this hammer on the break of our, what is this, orange. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get up and walk around for a bit. This candle stopped me out for this call that I had on the break of this orange. I tried to, I don't like to tell you all what to do and stuff like that, but I tried to give you a little bit of guidance when I was telling you, look at this candle. You'll get there. You'll get there. It takes time, but just follow my lead for now. You're going to be leaders on your own in time. It just takes time. Don't try to force this. I think a lot of people are hyper focused on trying to copy me, and it's going to take time. You're trying to get it, and here's the thing, all you really need to do is just pay attention to what I'm doing, and over time, the repetition, it'll stick. Because me explaining it to you, it's not gonna hit like that, right? It's like trying to explain to a blind person, not that you're blind, but it's like trying to explain to a blind person what a sunset looks like. It's hard. It's something you have to experience just to know. Look at this blue. This blue is, look at this blue. If you don't understand liquidity, look at blue. Mr. Alvaro, look at blue. Look at all the, when the price jumps up and down like this, that means everyone's agreeing to the price in this trend, right? We're all agreeing to the price. So once this breaks, that'll give you a clue. That'll give you a clue. Here, let me show you. We're in this lick box, right? So for puts, man, this is gonna, here, let me show you. All right, look, this is a 1. The reason why this is a 1, because if they do, let's say they go, even in green, if they go down in green, like let's say they go down in green or orange, what we have to watch out for is that stop hunt, right? So the stop hunt on the down is just gonna be a quick reversal like that, maybe even a wick like that. So to prevent that, same thing we did up here on the break of 66582, we're gonna wait for a break and retest, right? So we want this. We want something like this. So this is gonna be a 1. This is a 1 for puts because we have to watch out for the stop hunt. Now I put this one as a 2 because I know once we get down here, depending on, I'm gonna put an alert. But when we get down here, I'll know that we broke all this liquidity here. You see that? Stress-free. I don't have to worry. Neither do you. If you're in this Discord or if you're on this YouTube channel, you don't have to worry either. Stress-free. Okay? So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to walk around. I need to go circulate some blood. And then I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Now look, if you didn't take this orange, I'd understand, because this is thin liquidity, right? This is thin liquidity based on, because we want to see a deeper pullback in green. Now, is it possible that it just goes sideways and breaks orange and continues up? Sure, that's possible, but ideally, we'd like to see a bigger pullback, maybe even to retest 65.82. But you know, ideally, we like to see a bigger pullback before the push up. But you know, we'll see what happens here. You know, we are going to look for a weak bear cycle breaking above, with confluence above orange. But again, you can't overstay your welcome. I think there's an order block at 67.18. Here, I'm going to mark out high a day. So we'll see what happens if we break this level right here. See what happens if we break this level. Again, I don't have too much confidence on how much strength we have to the upside. Let's see. We got some. It's, you know, we got some strength. We got some room to the upside. I'm gonna step away for 1 second. I'm just gonna circulate some more blood. Be right back. Discord, protect this trade on break of green. You got to protect this trade now, right? You got plenty of money. Protect your trade. I'm going to borrow the chart for one quick second. Protect your trade. Look at the money we just printed. Okay, let's just recap. Oh my goodness, look at the day we had. All right, here, full transparency, our first entry was a put on the break of this magenta. This was you had to get in and out really quick on this one. Our next entry was a call on the break of this orange right here. Or if you didn't like that one, you could have done the break and retest on this green right here. Or if you didn't like that one, you could have bought this call on this green right here. I've done my job for today. I've done my job. If you could do me a favor and hit the like button. That's free. I'm sitting here and doing all this work for you. Hit the like button. You'll be fine. It's called being a good person. Just be a good person. And you're hitting the like button so you know I'm not here just doing this for no reason by myself. Because, I mean, I have the data to show we have a very good winning strategy. This should be the #1 YouTube day trading channel. This should be it. There's no one doing it like this. There's absolutely no one doing what I'm doing. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There's no one telling you what's gonna happen before it happens. It doesn't exist. I'm just asking for just to hit the like button on my stuff because YouTube they shadow ban me. Because they keep saying I'm making unreliable claims. Or, what is it? Yeah, they call it unreliable claims. And I think yesterday they shadow banned me because I said something about, or what, no, what was it yesterday? Friday? What day is today? Yeah, Friday. I said something about how much DC, one of the members, how much they made on a trade, and then they shadow banned me, saying unreliable claims. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna put this back to red. Okay, I'm gonna adjust my stop on the break of this green. Yeah, so they shadow banned me because I know they don't care. Even though that I'm saying, okay, so this is the explanation they gave me. Even though that I'm saying something that is factually true, what their argument is that it gives people an unrealistic expectations of performance, I guess. That, to the best of my ability, that's what I'm assuming that they're saying is unreliable claims, but I don't know why they're saying that, because it's been February 3rd. February 3rd, and they're saying it's unreliable. It's almost a year, and it's still unreliable? Okay, then I don't know what reliable is. I clearly don't know what the definition of reliable is. Look at the money. Look at the unreliable claims. Oh my goodness. Look at the unreliable claims we made today. We're still printing. We are still printing. Look, I just told everyone, move your stop up to here. Now just let it run. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I gotta step away. All right, Discord. I have a few doctor's appointments today, so I'm gonna have to get out of here in a little bit. But I think we're okay. I think we did okay today. I think we did okay today. Let me see if I can set you up for when I leave. Okay, your puts are gonna be. Hold on, let me redo this one. On your 5 minute. Your safety puts are gonna be in your 5 minute. I'm not leaving just yet, but I'm just letting you know I got a couple of doctor's appointments today, so I'm gonna stick around for a few more minutes. I'll be here. I'm gonna let this play out. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Okay. Maybe a slow grind up, huh? Slow grind up. Okay, cool. So just to recap, I'm gonna recap for all the new YouTube people. Here is our day in the Discord for LiveSPYTrading. Here's what we accomplished today. I'll give you one. I'll just give you one of my trades. I took this break of this magenta right here. This break of magenta. I took this one. It was very short-lived, and I got taken out for break even. So this is a break even trade. I didn't chase it as I should have, which is fine because it moved kind of fast. Our next trade was on the right here. We bought calls. We bought calls on the break of our orange. We bought calls on the break of our, at the time this was green. I'll put it back green. Our green ranger. And then we bought calls also on this other green. All right, now we need to start adjusting our stop. Okay, so now we're just letting this play out. So we had, I think, you know, if you followed the strategy properly, it was a little sketchy around here, around the 1030 area. It got a little sketchy with this handle that formed, but I think we made it out okay. We stuck to the strategy, everything worked out. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, we're just chopping sideways. All right, Discord. So everyone knows what the marching orders now. We're gonna see if we're gonna form ahead right here. All right, we're gonna see if this happens or if this happens. Orange is getting thin at this point, so it's tough. I think it's getting thin, but I've been wrong before, but I think this is getting thin. I think we need a little pullback, but what do I know? We'll see. Let's see if we continue in this bear cycle to grab liquidity, because I'd like a stronger pullback, but I didn't get that stronger pullback here. It may not be here either. Yeah, let's get a deep pullback here. Hopefully, right? That's what we want. We want to see some. I at least want to form a green. I don't think we have a green formed yet. Now, is it possible that we get a weak bear cycle that takes us along like that? Yeah. Me personally, I'd like something like this. I just wanted to dig a little bit deeper. And the reason why is because I want to grab liquidity. I want to grab this liquidity from down here, from this area right here. Okay, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna borrow the charts. I'm gonna do some admin. if it does break this orange, you got to measure risk to reward from orange to the high. All right, Discord, look at your 5-minute chart. This is what it's gonna be, right? So look at your 5-minute chart. This is what we're looking for. And then even this, you know, I would feel comfortable underneath the liquidity box, underneath 666. Okay, Discord, these are the setups. Let's look for, let me redo this again, sorry. And this one's gonna be red as well with a 2. I know we see a lot of red on here, but that's just showing you. So then we're gonna see if this is all we can do. Now the only issue here is if we caught between here. So you see me going a little bit underneath this red, that's for a reason. So it's actually, this is our liquidity zone here. So we need to break this box. So we're in a strong uptrend. We don't want to fight the trend, right? We'll know this trend is over once we get below 663.86. Until we get below here, we're still in the uptrend. So you see a level 1, level 2, level 3. Confidence level. Now I know this magenta and this red are similar colors, so the magenta is going at an angle, the red's going horizontal. I'll be right back, don't overtrade. There you go. That's how you do it, DC. You take your winnings and leave for the day. It's going to be impossible to grow your account if we just keep using the same money we just got to risk and risk and risk and risk. We want least risk as possible. Take the money and we're going to fight another day. I agree with you. Take your money and leave. Call it a day. We had a great day today. And we do it every day, so you don't have to be greedy and sit here and try to, you know, try to squeeze every single copper penny out of the market. Like, I just don't think it's a good idea. All right, let's see what we got here. See if they got a momentum candle coming out, if some news just came, or if they just want to pop just to stop hunt everybody, right? So everyone's going to think, oh, momentum candle, now let's get in. And then they break green and then they pull back, right? So we want to protect against that. So we're going to see what's going to happen now. We want to at least know what we can get from orange to green. All right, let this liquidity box clear, right? Because this is what they're going to do. It's either one of two things. Either it's going to be like this. You see it? Or they're going to want to build the liquidity, fake you out, and push it down. So this liquidity box holds a lot of, you guessed it, liquidity. So we're going to wait to see which way it breaks. We don't need to try to guess. The market will tell us. Very simple. Very simple. All right, now you got to protect your trade on the break of orange, right? Because we hit target. Now you got to protect your trade. Trade protected. You can't lose from here. Look, don't let it go against you, right? We're at the high, so don't let it go against you. If you need to get back in, you can get back in, but don't let it go negative. There's no reason to let it go negative. You can always get back in, but don't let it go negative. Now, if it stops you out and continues, I think it wouldn't be too late to get in. If it stops you out and then continues up, I don't think it'll be too late. But let's let that happen. But because we're at the top, you got to put your stop tight. You got to put your stop tight. If you're buying calls at the top, just put it tight. If you get stopped out, you can always get back in. So be patient. Wait till we clear the liquidity box, right? One side or the other. Just wait till we get either above or below it. This right here is if it goes below my dotted line, it's about to stop me out for a break even. It's dancing on. Okay, it stopped me out for a break even, so now I'm gonna wait for the next setup. Actually, it's late in the day. That was probably my last one. That was probably my last attempt because I don't have time to sit here and do this. So on this, I got stopped out for a break even on this break of orange. For any more upside, let's let liquidity build up. Let's let more liquidity build up, and then the break above the liquidity box. Same thing for the downside. So we're probably stuck between this red and green range. So let's wait for this red and green range to break. Okay. I'm gonna take another few minutes, and I'm gonna head out of here. So we had a good day today. I'm gonna recap really quick for the YouTube viewers. We had a put entry. I'm just gonna circle it. We had a put entry here, small win, maybe if you could have. This was also a break even for me. We had a call entry. Where was it? Here. We had another call entry right here. We had another call entry around here. And now we're waiting to see the next setup. So here's what we got on our 5-minute chart, and you can see pretty much holding up. Guide off the 5-minute. The 5-minute chart's holding up. All right, let's see what we got. So remember, the micro structure that's going to take us out of here is to the upside is going to look like this. So let's see if that happens. Remember, I drew this a long time ago. This is a long time ago I drew this. So now we're going to see if it's going to play out. So if we break above this green in convincing fashion, you know, I probably might go in on a call here. We'll see. Oh wait, actually, this is what I would do. I don't have time for that today. This is what I would do. I only got like 6 minutes left here that I'm gonna call it. So here's what we're contending against. Man, I forgot what lesson it was. I think it was lesson 7, I want to say, when it talks about maybe reversals or thin structure versus, I gotta go look at it. I think it was lesson 7. Whenever we talk about looking for weakness in a move. So if blue was our move, now we're looking for weakness, right? Because blue broke. So now that blue broke, we got to see which way the liquidity goes. If it's going to go under or above. So this liquidity box is going to be exactly that, the liquidity. So we'll know once they break one side or the other. We can use this green and red range. If we break this magenta, most likely we're going to break structure for this cup and handle. So it should become invalidated soon once we get below this magenta. So the magenta is going to invalidate this micro cup and handle. And this red line, this red ranger right here, will invalidate the bolt up flexion. So the bolt up flexion is here, and then the micro is here. So if this gets invalidated, if it breaks below magenta, and this one will get invalidated if we break below 667.19. Okay, so we're just gonna see which one happens. Stress free, don't have to worry about it. One of those things is going to happen. I believe we're moving from orange, so we might have a new algo. All right, so this got invalidated, so we're gonna move that off. Remember, the stock market's a set of if-then statements, right? So if we start trading below 667.19, we're going to look for puts. If we start trading above 668.40, we're going to look for calls. Simple. This is already on your 5-minute chart. All of this is on the 5-minute chart. If you're on YouTube and you're trying to trade, it's very difficult. You need to join the Discord. This is all the information's on our 5-minute chart. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted. I'm going to stay long enough just for either the break of red or the break of green. Okay, we got a good green here now. So let's see if we're gonna build in green and then break, what is this? Orange. Or we're gonna see if we're building in blue to break this magenta. Look at liquidity building up in orange now. See the orange building up liquidity? So we gotta wait to see which way this box breaks. You see this liquidity box, this lick box? We gotta see which way it breaks. Okay, I'm too much of a nerd to leave now, so I'm going to let this run in the background. I'm gonna start getting ready. So don't overstay your welcome. Don't overtrade. I'm just gonna get ready in the background. Now's not the time to front run it. Now's the time you wait to see which one is gonna hit, right? You're in the middle of the water here. Now's not when you front run it. This is not when you let your bias take over. This is where you wait for your rules, where you wait for your setup. Look, you're in orange until you're not in orange. They're starting a new algo. I'll find it. They're starting a new one though. We can still use the ones we have, but I'll identify the new one. Just give me a second. All right, let's see if this 5-minute wick can tell us something. This wick on this 5-minute chart. It still has a minute and about a minute and a half on the candle. Let it happen. Don't front run it. Let it happen. Just wait. They're building up liquidity. You see the liquidity building. You don't know if they're going to grab it and push it off to the upside. There's liquidity here and there's liquidity up here. So just, or inside of orange rather. So we'll see what happens. Just don't front run it. Unless you know something I don't, then, you know, play your strategy. But be patient. I got to get out of here soon. You're not going to be late. Whichever one happens, you're not going to be late. It just matters how you manage the trade after, okay? Now look, remember, you want to protect against the stop hunt, right? So in order to protect against the stop hunt from this flexion, your safety is going to be to wait for something like this, right? A break, retest, and a reject. Let's see if we break 67.26, retest it, and reject. Now, if it breaks and just shoots down, I'm sorry. Nothing I can do. Nothing we can do about that, right? But if you're waiting for the retest and reject, that's probably your best bet. All right, let's see what we got. That's what I'm saying. If you want to wait for the break, retest, and reject, not a bad idea. Wait for this to break, a convincing break. You don't want to get caught with the stop hunt, right? See the stop hunt right here on this wick? You don't want to get caught with the stop hunt. That's why you break, retest, reject. That'll confirm it. So look, we broke the liquidity box. Now we're retesting. We're going to see if we're going to reject the liquidity box. So it's all doing what it's supposed to do. So just be patient. Allow it to happen. So we broke the liquidity. We're retesting it. Let's see if we reject. Or if we broke liquidity, we tested this liquidity down here to grab the liquidity to push it up. So now we're gonna find out. Just be patient. Because if it wants to go up, watch out for this pattern here. Let me clean up the chart just a bit. Okay, so nothing's changed. Still the same. Just don't overstay your welcome. Remember, you don't want to fight the uptrend too much, right? So you gotta scalp. You gotta scalp on the way down because you're fighting an uptrend. So don't overstay your welcome. All right, we're almost at the 50-50. Let's see what happens. I think we see some maybe weakness coming in on the 30-minute. We're still above the water on the 5-minute. So instead of trying to time it perfectly so you don't ever have to feel any candles going against you, instead of doing that, just wait until it gets to a certain amount of, until you see enough momentum built up in a direction, and then you just gotta hold. Because I think the issue is we're trying to find the exact top because we don't like the candles to go against us at all. That's what the problem is. And then you think that you're gonna be late. You think if 1 or 2 candles go by that you're already too late on the move. That always happens. So if it starts to move in a direction and we see momentum, you're not going to be late. All right, now we're going to see if we're under the water. If we start rejecting underneath red, right? If we break this magenta, underwater, rejecting under red. We want to see if all that happens at the same time, because that's not an accident. On the 50-50 right now. So I drew it a little bit lower to protect against the stop hunt. Well, best as I could, I tried. While still trying to maintain a good good entries. think we may have moved from magenta to blue, or to teal. I think it might be stuck between magenta and teal. I know they're starting to form another one. I just don't know which one yet. All right, so our magenta held up. Magenta didn't break. So maybe we want to see if we're doing this right here. Watch. Let's see if we're doing this. Maybe a wedge between magenta and orange. Let's see what happens in this wedge. Now remember, the break of this orange still could give us a little retracement back down to the blue. Or, excuse me, this teal. So be cautious here. Measure risk to reward from orange to green. I was gonna put it on orange, but then that would be too self-serving, so I guess I'll put it on green. I was gonna put it on orange, but it's just too perfect now, so I'll put it on green. even though, whatever. We'll see. I'll be here hanging out in the background. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. I'm just going to be hanging out in the background, okay? I'll be right back. Protect your trade on the break of orange, right? We knew the target was going to be green. Protect your trade. Okay, YouTube, Discord, this has been my time. For Discord, let's look for a break of 68.38 for calls, and then puts, you see what the scenario is. Okay. Oh, I already have the calls up here. Okay, we already have the scenarios out there. If none of that happens, then there's no trade. Okay. That's been my time. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. I'm going to give a small breakdown of the recap of our wins today. So today we had put on this break of this magenta. Maybe you could have scalped something here for a quick one. We had a call on the break of this orange. This was a winner. We had a call. This was green at the time. It's red now, but we had a call here. This was a winner. We had a call up here on the break of this orange or this red. This is a winner. And then now we're waiting to see which one of these play out. Okay, so send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'm offering a free session. And even if, let's say you wanted to continue, it's only $100 a month. Members are making this in minutes. So if you're interested in learning how to trade with us, send me an email. I'll get you sorted out. Otherwise, it's been a great day. Discord, send me a DM if you need anything. I got to get out of here. You guys have a good day. YouTube has been a pleasure. Goodbye. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Look, if you're in Discord and you took orange, this is your second bite at the apple. Don't overstay your welcome, right? Don't overstay your welcome. This is your second bite at the apple now. So monitor your trade. All right, we need the legs to start spreading apart above green if you're in calls. So stick to your strategy. Now remember, higher day is just above green. Higher day is right here on dotted line. Okay, here's your second bite at the apple. Don't overstay your welcome. Let's see if we get a strong push above green. Look at the lick box. Look at the lick box. This lick box is still holding up strong. still holding up strong. So the lick box has to break. We need to break this liquidity. That's the answer, right? Now, don't overstay your welcome here. We need a strong move above this green. And don't forget about secondary liquidity right here on dotted line. Look, don't overstay your welcome on this call. We need to see a strong move, a strong break, retest, and reject. So look, we're going to see if it's going to be build in blue, break of magenta, or build in blue, break of teal. All right, so if you took orange, blue broke, right? So you either take your money, stop yourself out, or you're gonna see if you're gonna hold for the week bear cycle. I'll be right back. Okay, actually, that's been my time. I have to go. Send me an email, YouTube, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. Discord, send me a DM if you need me. I got to get out of here. You guys have a good day. It's been a pleasure. We're going to do it again tomorrow.